Welcome to the August edition of Spotlight on Bennington. I'm John Shannahan, the director of the Better Bennington Corporation. And this month I'd like to thank you for joining us as we're going to take a walk up and down Main Street, talk to some of our visitors who join us here in Vermont in the summertime. And before we even started shooting, we met some women on Main Street who were visiting Bennington, and they brought a special guest here who caught our eye, and we just thought you'd enjoy meeting Emma. And I guess I apologize for asking Emma's information before yours, but you said Emma has a big name. What is that?
Well, her full name is Emma, for Emma, the Jane Austen Emma, Gracie for Gracie Allen, and Gordon, which is my last name.
Oh, that's a great name. Well, what kind of dog is Emma?
She's a Yorkshire Terrier. She's a teacup size.
And
she thinks she's a Rottweiler.
Most small dogs think they're big dogs. And it's me. I'm a small guy, and I act like I'm a big one all the time. I have a big mouth and always ready to fight. But now, Emma, what kind of dog is she? You said a teacup?
Yorkshire Terrier.
Teacup Yorkshire Terrier. She looks like she's a little puppy, but you actually said she's
10 years, 7 months.
10 years, 7 months. And you said not only does she have a big name, but she has a big personality.
Very big personality.
Well, Emma, welcome to Bennington. And
you want to say no?
There we go. So I guess we're getting a good shot of Emma now. And as you're holding Emma up, can I ask you your names
Sure.
too?
My name is Jill Gordon.
Jill Gordon, and you are?
Maria Elena.
Maria Elena. And Jill, now you told us that you were originally from Manhattan.
Right.
But you're
Born and bred.
Born and bred in Manhattan?
That's right, and I live in Westport, Connecticut now.
That's a beautiful area.
Yeah, it's a lovely area.
Very nice. Have you been to Bennington before?
Yes, a long time ago, but I like it. It's great, and I love the Crazy Russian Girls.
Yeah, everybody loves the Crazy Russian Girls. She was one of our saviors during our hurricane emergency.
I read all the honorary thank you letters, etc. on the wall.
Yeah, and she deserved them all. She worked really, really hard. And also, we have another guest in. Where are you from?
Havana, Cuba.
Well, welcome to the United States, Bennington, Vermont, the whole works.
I've just been living here a while.
How long have you been here?
I came in 1970.
Oh, so you've been here.
This is my first trip to Bennington.
Well, welcome to Bennington. Are you enjoying your trip so far?
Oh, it's gorgeous. This whole area, Vermont, is just breathtaking.
Oh.
It's really beautiful.
Well, we're glad you're enjoying it.
You know, charming of the whole. I mean, it's just what I expected to find after I've read so many things about New England. It's just beautiful.
Good to hear. Are you listening to that? We take for granted a lot of the things we have, which a lot of people do, but
That's normal.
Exactly.
it is. But we run the Welcome Center, and we get to hear comments like that all the time. And
It's a beautiful part of the country. It's just breathtaking.
we work really hard to preserve it, which is hard when you're up against corporate America.
You see that.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Well, we live in Westport, Connecticut, which is a lovely town, but it's, you know, they're tearing down houses and building McMansions all over the place.
Yep.
So it's a mixed bag
Sad.
life.
It's very sad.
I mean, they're beautiful homes, but you know, you lose some of the local character.
The character. I mean, the history book, what this country was made of.
Right.
It's so sad.
And our area, we're fortunate that we have a lot of history in this area, and a lot of people are working a lot to promote
a
it.
lot, yes. Yes.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you so
Enjoy
much.
the rest of your trip.
Thank you.
Thanks for the time.
Emma.
Here we go. Emma's friends on alert.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy your trip. All right. Well, thanks again for staying tuned. I just wanted to interview some people that were on the street enjoying downtown Bennington. And as we're filming out here, I wanted to talk to you about the summer events, show you some of the shops, and give you an update on all the things that are happening in downtown between now and the end of the year, which is a phenomenal amount of improvements. And we're having a little trouble here because of the noise of the trucks, which leads me to my first subject, Route 279. Completion got backed up a little bit, but those of us here in downtown Bennington are looking forward to Route 279. It's going to be a good thing for downtown and the pedestrian atmosphere here. Speaking of pedestrian atmosphere, as we're filming, we're looking around. There's a bunch of students walking around from the summer Sonatina with posters on their shirts. So they got an event going down. If you're not familiar with what Sonatina or Summer Sonatina is, shame on you. That is actually a world famous music school that we have right here in Bennington, and it's Polly Vanderland and her family have run the Summer Sonatina for many years up in Old Bennington. What it is, it's a school for accomplished students who are pianists. They've been coming here from all over the world for many, many years. We're fortunate to have them here in our community because they take home a little of us no matter where they go. They have I believe it's a 6-week course that takes place here in Bennington. And on every Thursday night at the Bennington Center for the Arts, they put on a free performance. Unfortunately, their last performance is tomorrow night, but they'll be back next summer, and I want to make sure that you put that on your calendar next summer to join them for the free performances for these children who are very accomplished in their field and performing for us here in Bennington. In a few minutes, we're going to take you around to some of the shops and show you some of the locations of where all of these changes will be occurring in the fall. And I'll start just by recapping some of the stuff that you're very familiar with, but put it all together and see, just imagine the impact it's going to have on downtown Bennington. I'll start with probably the biggest and best and most exciting news is that Oldcastle Theater is going to be opening on Main Street for their fall season starting in the end of September, beginning of October. To tie in with that, the Vermont Community Rural Development Foundation Community Day in Bennington has one committee that is going to focus on events downtown on Friday nights during the openings of Oldcastle. I promise to keep you informed about the details, but pretty simply, it involves activities that are going to start on Main Street at 5 o'clock and continue right up until showtime at 8 o'clock during openings. That will include a lot of our stores being open to 8 o'clock and live entertainment on the street, a gallery walk, activities for children, and we're going to keep you busy right up until showtime at Oldcastle Theater. Look for that this fall. There is a large group of people who are currently working on planning those events. If it's something you think you're interested in or could help out with, we'd love to have you join us. So please call me at 442-5758 at the Better Bennington Corporation. We'd love to get you on board. I'll stay on that VCR. No, I'm going to go back to the other things that are happening downtown. You've heard about it because we've got calls all throughout New England. The South Shire Community Market. That's Bennington's future co-op. Something we're one of the only areas in the state without one. And starting late summer, beginning of fall, Bennington is going to have one, and it's going to be right here on Main Street. We would like to thank Nancy Waltman, who is the landlord of the location that was selected. It's people like Nancy that have made this possible. It's people like the Recruitment and Retention Committee of the Better Bennington Corporation, who have taken lots of time and lots of effort and lots of work to work with the very energetic, very focused Kelly McElhenney, who is spearheading this whole effort, who has started an advisory board, and this thing is moving ahead, full steam ahead. It's going to provide an outlet for our local farmers 6 to 7 days a week, in addition to our wonderful farmers market and all the other institutions we already have in Bennington. So stay tuned for that. So we talked about the Oldcastle Theater and the food co-op, two exciting things that are coming this fall to Bennington. In addition to that, you've all heard about the Vermont Voltage and the Soccer Academy that's also coming to Bennington. We'd love to welcome Bo Vukovic and his staff, Mark Benson, to Bennington for this exciting venture. They've already have a similar model up in St. Albans, and they're bringing that to Bennington. And we're thrilled that they recognize this area as an area for growth and expansion. We know it's going to be a successful venture in Bennington. And that's right here downtown too, at the old St. Francis Academy. Okay, so that's the Soccer Academy, but that's not all. Vermont Technical College, which currently runs a nursing program at Southwestern Vermont Medical Center, is expanding that program and moving that downtown as well. That large, beautiful building across the street from my office, 210 South Street, is where they're moving their the courses to. They are also expected to be open by this fall, bringing a college presence right downtown. And the good news is it's not the only college. We also have two more that are going to have a presence downtown. Southern Vermont College expanding, which this incoming class is their largest one ever. You know, there's a large construction project taking place on campus now where they're adding more dormitory space. They're moving their nursing program to the mill on Benmont Avenue. We're working closely with them to open up a pathway to make sure that downtown Bennington has a better connection to the students over at the mill. In addition to that, there's also Northeastern Baptist College, which is coming to Bennington as well. It's a new college altogether that's being created right here in Bennington. They are taking the top 2 floors of Grace Christian School for their classroom space, and they've leased out the old Paradise Restaurant for their library and student union. And this is Diane. Are you supposed to be working? What are you doing on Main Street at lunchtime?
I don't want to miss this gorgeous day downtown.
Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful day down here. It's actually cooling off a little bit.
Yeah.
How come you don't have to wear a suit coat?
I'm a girl.
It is. I'll just take off my microphone just so we can hear you.
Great, hi.
I was just noticing there's a lot of people down here today, and it's a nice crowd.
No, there's some really nice crowds, and there's some people with green signs on. I'm not sure what that's about.
We had talked about that. It's Summer Sonatina, and we talked about what the Summer Sonatina is. And
great.
these kids, tomorrow night, which is Midnight Madness, is their last performance.
Oh, great. Okay,
So
good.
we're just down here to see
Something
them.
not to miss, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
so they got something special going on here today,
Great.
which obviously brought a lot of people down.
Nice. Well, this is exciting to be downtown, that's for sure.
It is.
Glad to be a part of it.
I'm glad you're down here.
Thank you.
Of course, who's watching The Office? Heather Manili is. We know that. I know who. Heather Manili is watching The Office. Oh, Heather Manili is not watching The Office. Don't go to the Welcome Center right now because it's currently unstaffed, and that's so funny. Is Peter upstairs?
Yes,
Hi, Peter. Well, I guess we're all on Main Street today at noontime, enjoying the beautiful day. And we're coming out of this heat wave, which I guess should be no surprise. It was hot all winter and might as well be very hot all summer.
Yep, you can feel a breeze coming. You can see my hair blowing in the wind, so it feels good.
Sweating.
Yeah,
Yesterday
I know.
at the Welcome Center, we had 2 people in from Kentucky and 2 people in from Los Angeles fanning themselves. And I was like, "You're not used to this?" And they're like, "No, this is hot weather."
When you come to Vermont to cool down.
I know, it just doesn't happen. Hey, Alicia just reminded me that I just never introduced Diane. I expect everybody to know her, but this is Diane St. Clair. She's the activities director and among a million other things at the Better Bennington Corporation, and down here at lunchtime, and she left the office unattended. Apparently there's a big party when I was out here filming, but
There is. There's
glad
always
you're
a lot of fun downtown. I never want to miss it during the day. So every chance I get to come downtown, I do. It is part of my job, though.
you get paid to be here.
I do.
Who wouldn't want to be here? Me. As a matter of fact, I get paid too. Hey, we talked about things that are happening downtown starting in a few months. They're actually already started, but we'll be opening and seeing the impact downtown. But one thing we didn't talk about are some of the events that are coming up. Diane had mentioned Midnight Madness. You're not going to see this until that passes, so we'd like to thank you for joining us for Midnight Madness. We'd like to thank Peter King and his band, The Prescription, with the Side Effect Horn, who joined us down here. And speaking in advance, I know they did a great job already.
And we hope that you enjoyed the dancing also.
Yeah, and that takes place at the parking lot of the
Lucky Dragon on
Lucky
School Street and Main Street.
Yeah, so that's where we do a lot of activity. One event, Duke, that is coming up though is the car show cruising, which is in September, and that's the weekend of the car show, and we have music that weekend too.
Yep, and that's on September 16th, I believe, and that is really, do you hear that?
Oh, hang on 1 second, we're being drowned out by some music here. Good afternoon and welcome back. I'm glad, I think Alicia caught all of that on film, and that was phenomenal. And we were able to corner the person responsible for that. And I'd like to introduce you to those of you. Again, shame on you if you don't know Polly Vanderlyn. Polly, congratulations.
Thank you.
That was phenomenal. There was actually people on the street who were crying. I don't know if you saw that.
I missed that part, but that's
just
really fun.
That was magical.
The kids could not wait to do this. They've been rehearsing, and we keep telling them that if you're dancing on the streets, everyone's going to dance with you and sing with you as well. And thanks to Matt Edwards, who is the one who rehearsed them. He's our choral conductor at Summer Sonatina. They really had a lot of fun learning the music and picking a piece that was going to be effective for audience members. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this, if I may say, is I really feel that when the town or city or world does not come to you, you sometimes have to go to them. And that's my message to all of the students at Summer Sonatina. As musicians, they have to learn how to promote themselves. And let's do it with fun, and let's make sure that the town has fun too. So I knew that there was a Midnight Madness coming up, and unfortunately we're too busy with our own concert at Thursday 6 p.m. at the Bennington Center for the Arts. So I decided to contribute as a prelude to that by doing this midday madness for everyone, and so here we are.
Oh, it was fantastic. And Polly, there's questions I want to ask you too, but this is Patrick McCardle from the Rutland Herald, who obviously heard about the event, and you already know each other, but do you mind if we just film your interview?
No, not at all.
Oh, very good.
Polly, can you tell us how many kids you had out here today?
Today, only 35. Normally we have 44, but today, 35.
Okay, and then partially this was to promote a concert that's tomorrow night,
Yes, exactly.
and then partially to promote Midnight Madness, which will be downtown midnight also tomorrow.
Yes, until midnight, I believe. So what a great evening you could have. Come to our piano concert, have dinner here downtown, and then start shopping.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in. That starts at 6. Midnight Madness doesn't even start until 7 and goes until midnight, so you can do both.
Yeah.
Okay, and how long did it take you to put this together? How long did the kids rehearse for this?
Well, I've had the students since the start of camp, which is June 24th, and they come from all over the world. It is an international piano camp, but they just actually started rehearsing yesterday for this song. They're very quick, and they like to have a good time. So, in terms of the piano playing that you hear in the background right now, they've worked months on their pieces.
Okay, and so tomorrow night's concert will be a combination of choral and piano music?
We believe strongly as pianists that we have to also use our most natural voice, which is our vocals. And so it's piano predominantly, but we have a chorus that rehearses 4 days a week and for an hour each day, and then they present as well. So it'll be both.
And do you think the kids had fun today and the public had fun?
They were shouting with joy when they walked in here. That was awesome!
And the reason I asked that is, do you think there might be another performance sometime?
Yes.
Was it successful enough that...
I have a feeling we're going to have copycats at this point, yes. Whether we can do that, it's great the first time. The second time won't be as exciting, but it will be, certainly if we did do it, it would be a different song.
Okay. I'll let you go.
Thanks, Patrick, and that's Patrick McCardle from the Rutland Herald, who is our friend up north, who gives us more press in the Rutland Herald, according to my counterpart up there, than they get. So, Patrick, thank you very much for being such a strong supporter of the Bennington area. And, Polly, I'm going to continue with this because the local newspaper, the Bennington Banner, is also here, and they're waiting to speak with you. And here we have Ken, and if I can pull Ken, do you mind if we get you right on camera?
No.
Okay, thanks.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yes.
I'm Ken Norris.
Nice. Hi, Nick.
Nice to
Yes.
meet you. I guess I just wanted to, and maybe you've already question asked and answered, but the idea of bringing the kids downtown. What's the importance of getting the kids out in the community at this particular point?
Every pianist or musician needs an audience, a live audience. It's true that we are live streaming our concerts, and people from all over the world are watching us from afar. In fact, since June 24th, over 2,000 hours of watching has occurred on our website as a result of putting it out there. But you need local audiences. You need to show people that you've got a foundation, and kids really do respond to applause. And so that's a big part of saying, come on, we're up here, come and listen. These are free concerts. And as you're hearing in the background, there's some pretty talented students. You'll hear some beginners as well, but it's a nice mix. We don't have a competitive atmosphere because we don't have auditions for camp. It's very, very important that it's the camp exists for anyone who's interested in piano. So,
Did you have any trouble convincing the kids to go show off on the street?
no, I think I had some trouble convincing myself that it was not going to be a flop. There is that worry, but do you hear the joy in their voices in the background?
Yes.
It's fabulous. So, yeah.
Okay, so now you are just wrapping up the first series of concerts with the concert tomorrow night,
Yes.
I believe. Okay, and that is youth performers at this
Yes.
particular point,
Yes.
right? Okay, now there's also going to be an adult camp coming up.
But they're
Okay.
much more private with their performances.
Okay.
Those
So
are not
there are no
public.
public performances?
On the other hand, you will see them on our website because I offer my master classes live streamed
Right.
and then archived. And my distinction for that is, first of all, they're a little shy. They're amateur adults playing piano.
Right.
And secondly, I wanted people to see something that was educational. And my teaching in a group atmosphere like that, in a public atmosphere like a master class,
Right.
is what I put out there. So that's the only way you can watch the adults.
Okay.
Sorry, they're shy.
Yeah, that'll be fine. One of the things that I would like to do would be to talk to one of your students.
Absolutely.
And at your convenience,
Sure.
I'd like you to pick one for me, and we'll talk a little bit.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right here in the restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay,
You know,
great.
because what I want to do is I want to do a story about basically the flash mob today, but also a little about, and I've got plenty of background information
Okay.
on your group
Great.
and on the various things that you do. One quick thing before I let you go here, the performances, the one tomorrow night and the ones that have occurred over the last couple, 3 weeks, they've been at the Bennington Center for the Arts, is that correct?
Yes, they have a fabulous piano there. It's known as a Fazioli. It's a handmade piano, and for a small town like this, to have an instrument like that is extraordinary, okay? You mention that to a pianist and they're saying, in Bennington? So we're very lucky to have that resource there. It belongs to the Laumeisters, and it's a beauty. So it's a joy to play.
Very good. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you very much, Polly. I'd like to meet some of your children also.
Listen.
Okay.
The girl playing right now is from New Orleans, and
Oh.
we've got one playing from Venezuela today too.
Oh,
so
good.
You'll enjoy it.
Well, I'm glad you guys got to catch that. It'll be up on YouTube as well, so if you have friends, family, and the children's families, it'll be on YouTube within a couple of days. Alicia gets it up there real quickly. Everybody gets to see that. Chance of a lifetime that we caught it. Added a lot of excitement to downtown.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, God bless you. Do a great job
All right.
in Bennington.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, well, here we are at Madison's Brew Pub. I forgot to say that when we came in. And we're going to take a few minutes and keep going in this route, I guess. And we'll introduce you to some of the kids. Like she had mentioned, they literally come from all over the world to Bennington, Vermont. So good for them, good for us. And stay with us. I'm going to go interrupt the kids who are now playing the piano here in the restaurant. We were lucky enough to corner some of the kids who performed today, and we just want to say congratulations, you guys. That was fantastic. I don't know, do you realize how talented you guys are? Yeah, you brought a lot of happiness to Main Street in Bennington today. So I'm going to ask you real quick your name and where you're from.
My name is John Tam from Virginia.
Where in Virginia?
Woodbridge.
Woodbridge, Virginia.
I'm Amity and I'm from Montclair, New Jersey.
Welcome to Bennington.
I'm Jordan. I'm from Woodbridge, Virginia.
To Woodbridge, Virginia.
I'm Julia and I'm from Pennsylvania,
Where in Pennsylvania?
Newtown.
Newtown, Pennsylvania. I'm going to go to the back here.
Hi, I'm Kaylee and I'm from Portland, Maine.
Portland, Maine. Beautiful area.
I'm Jamie and I'm from Wilton, Connecticut.
Wilton, Connecticut.
I'm Veronica and I'm from Pownell, Vermont.
Well, all right, one of our local people. We have talent here too. That's good to hear. Did you guys have fun this week in Bennington, or the last couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Now, we heard that Polly didn't make you play the piano 24 hours a day, right?
Right.
No. What are some of the other stuff that you did? I'll start right here.
We go swimming at the pool club, and
Mount Anthony Country Club?
yeah.
Very good. What else did you do while you were here?
We went jogging.
You went jogging? Oh, you're doing fun stuff outside too. What else did you guys do?
Well, we get to do arts and crafts.
At the Sonatina?
Yeah.
Very good.
Every night there's like a different activity that you do. So either a master class is poly, or like tonight we're having movie night, and there's awesome things like that. Yeah.
Good. So would you recommend to your friends who are talented to come to the Summer Sonatina? Good. You trust me, you do have to be talented, and you guys are talented. You wouldn't want me there. Are you going to come back to Summer Sonatina?
Yes.
All of you?
Yes.
Good. Did you have a good time in Bennington?
Yeah.
You're going to tell everybody how great Bennington is when you go home? Good job. So you're our little ambassadors. Well, thanks for your time today. You guys, I just want to say again, you did a wonderful job. All right? I can't wait until you're all famous so I can say I met you. Oh, and that's just a sampling of the kids that performed today. As you can tell, there are lots of talent, lots of excitement, and it was nice having them here in Bennington. Keep an eye out for them next year, and we do have to support our local institutions that people from all over the country come to, and yet we don't take advantage of what we have right here in our backyard. Summer Sonatina is just one example. There's also Bennington College that brings people in from all over the world for free performances right here in Bennington that we don't always take advantage of either. So I'm going to be working on that with you, making sure that the schedule of all of these world-class events that are available to us for free, to make sure that more of us are participating in them. Well, that was one of the performances here at Madison's Brew Pub on Main Street. Once again, I'm John Shannahan, the director of the Better Bennington Corporation. Our producer and camera person, Alicia Romack from Legacy Images of Vermont, who I'm thrilled to say caught today's flash mob on camera. You can always see it on YouTube. So make sure you go to, just put in Spotlight on Bennington on YouTube, and it'll come up, the August edition. I'd like to thank you for joining us today, and we took a little different direction than we were expecting, but it ended up, I'm sure, being a much more interesting show than having to listen to me talk for a half an hour. Appreciate you joining us each and every month. I'd like to send a shout out to so many people who tell me that they watch the show, and I hope I keep it interesting. If not, give me a call, let me know. Again, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next month.